okay, to be able to get to the first rank into this ecosystem. I'll just show you a sample space of that before we get started. Just I'll show you the sample space of that. So when you visit the ecosystem here, you can basically see that I'm now taking over the first rank of this ecosystem, and that is M1. Okay, M1. This gives me a capacity of making over $100 on a daily basis. I always have dreams of hitting ranks first. So this is the first rank. And this is just confidence to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that it is possible. Okay, it is doable. This has been, I think, if I check here on rewards, because you are able to see, if we check the rewards, this is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, at least 5 days in the business under the first rank into this ecosystem is crashed down. So thank you so much, my leaders. I take this rank back to you. Thank you so much for believing in the vision. In our first 5 days of starting this business, 283 team members. This is fantastic. This is unbelievable. And like the goal is to have 1 million people that are staking using this app, and be able to create other leaders who can have 1 million people enjoying this ecosystem. That said and done, I want to welcome you all onto today's evening training, where we are gonna jump into the back office of your application. But before we get there into the back office, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna start from a simple understanding about this amazing application, which I'm gonna start in the next 2 minutes. So if you have a friend, you want to get on board, ladies and gentlemen, you have someone you want to get on board, thank you so much, different leaders. So I usually say what a man can do, a man can do. Any human being across the world can be able to get into these ranks and be able to enjoy the leverages that flow with these ranks. So in today's training, we are going to jump into the back office. But before we do that, I'll first take you through, I had some homework, so I need to share what I got. So in the next 1 minute, we are going to get started. So share the link very fast, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I just want to make sure that everybody can be able to see me and everybody can be able to hear. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to be with you at this moment of time. I cannot take it for granted that you have decided to join our training this evening as we talk about this amazing, fantastic opportunity of our time. And this is none other than Oracle. And so I'm going to be taking you through the first few things, and then later I'm going to dive into the ecosystem or the back office of the application or the Web3 or the smart contract-based opportunity that we are going to discuss today. And so without wasting a lot of time, I'll basically share my screen and then drastically be able to take you through what we have to offer. My name is Julius Kavanda. I come from Uganda. I've been into this space of cryptocurrency for the last 4 years. And in my 4 years of doing these businesses, I have not met an opportunity that is close to what I found in Oracle. A few days ago, when I was taken through the depth of this opportunity, I was surprised that I've been living into a world of technology, yet I'm not aware that things are happening. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oracle. Welcome to Oracle. And before I get started, I want to pass a disclaimer that Oracle is a community-driven project focused on decentralized finance, in short, DeFi. Usually, when we talk about DeFi, many people get confused about what DeFi is. But in short, ladies and gentlemen, we have two sectors that happen in the space. We have what we call CeFi, centralized finance, meaning that there is an entity that basically controls what happens. Then we have what we call DeFi, where nobody is in charge. Everything runs on what we call a smart contract. And a smart contract is something simple. It is just an agreement that is seated on a blockchain. And once that agreement is fulfilled, then either transaction happens or an activity happens onto the blockchain. So while we aim to provide useful tools and opportunities, we need to know that all cryptocurrencies, all blockchain-based opportunities, they also have certain risks. So the information that's going to be shared here is for general knowledge only and should not be taken as financial advice. We encourage our participants to do their own research and make informed decisions. Oracle itself does not guarantee any specific outcome by engaging with the platform. Users accept full responsibility of their actions. What I'm going to share here, ladies and gentlemen, personally, is not a financial advice, but is an ideology on how I look at what RoyalQ has to offer. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll basically continue. Like I said, I was surprised that for the last 4 years, there has been a decentralized autonomous organization. I've personally participated in DAOs. For example, on the Solana ecosystem, there is a DAO that sits on an exchange called Jupiter, the Jupiter DAO. I've been participating in the Jupiter DAO for some time now. And there, for us, we only do what we call voting. We vote on what tokens should be brought onto the Jupiter ecosystem. And basically, in this governance token, we vote cards. We vote cards. And I have not been having a strong opportunity on my side while voting the other side than the opportunity I have found in a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, something not controlled by anybody, that is automatic, and it's an organization because it has people. And this DAO here, ladies and gentlemen, sits on an amazing, brilliant idea of minting logics. Minting means bringing tokens in circulation or getting the tokens out of the blockchain. Simple logic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is Olympias DAO? Yes, I know I'm going to talk about Oracle, but it is important for me to paint a picture of a project that has been present and has amazing results. I want you to imagine a community, Olympias DAO, that created its own digital money. And the token of that is OHM. This token is around $22 if you check on CoinMarketCap. And instead of being backed by gold, they created their own digital money. They had a choice to say, our money is going to be backed by gold or it's going to be tied to the US dollar. They decided to say that each OHM token is going to be backed by cryptocurrencies like DAI. DAI is a stable coin. If you're not familiar with stable currencies, stable cryptocurrencies, these are cryptocurrencies that mimic stable fiat currencies. So, gentlemen, these guys sit down and they say, we are going to have that each one OHM can never go below $1. This was phenomenal. They want to create an ecosystem where one OHM token is backed by one DAI coin, and this one OHM token should never go below $1. And the goal is to make sure that the OHM is stable, decentralized, and it can hold its value over time. Now, the biggest question was, how is this token going to hold its value over time, maintaining the stability that it will never go below $1? So they came up with an amazing, phenomenal approach. And ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about staking, many people get worried. I've spoken to some few people today, and they're like, Julius, I'm worried about staking. Let's just go back a little bit in history and look at cryptocurrencies that use staking as a consensus method. For example, Ethereum. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency that the way the transactions are completed on its blockchain happen because of proof of stake. Proof of stake. Meaning that people go to the blockchain of Ethereum, pick their Ethereum coins, maybe from an exchange, maybe from the wallet, and they deposit that money and lock that money on the Ethereum ecosystem. And they get rewarded for doing that. It is the same thing happening here. The OHM is saying, please, you are going to go and buy OHM tokens, like you go and buy Ethereum tokens elsewhere, and stake it, meaning lock it in the system. And in return, like someone receives Ethereum tokens for doing that, in return, you receive OHM tokens over time. This is like opening up a fixed deposit account, but in crypto. You log into the system, everything is purely on the blockchain. And if you don't know what a blockchain is, it's a hack-proof method of storage of information. So the information is stored on a blockchain. And this information, ladies and gentlemen, is information of value. So you run staking. That was solution number one to maintain the value. But ladies and gentlemen, in the past, most of you know this, that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, like BNB, and so many like XRP and so many others, ladies and gentlemen, when you have one XRP, unless you sell it, you will forever. It's a phenomenon. One of the mind-blowing ideas that When I stake my money, when I stake my Ethereum, when I stake my OHM, I get more OHM tokens. So over time, if I started with 50 OHM over time, and this is phenomenal because when your number of tokens increase, then if the price rises, you make more money. So when I compare hodling and staking, then staking is another level of multiplying your income. Ladies and gentlemen, the other thing I want to talk about, you all know that Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, they're not backed by anything. They're just backed by the communities they have, maybe the utility they have, the user cases they have, but they're not backed by anything. Now, here comes a decentralized autonomous organization that says, we are going to back our token one-to-one with a stable token. And so they introduced a system called bonding, the buying of bonds onto a blockchain. And so once the ecosystem is built very well, automatically on a smart contract, you bring DAI coins in this ecosystem of Olympias, and once you bring the DAI coins, you buy OHM tokens at a cheaper price. And that is phenomenal. Like Oracle at a cheaper price. And so you are giving USDT and you are getting Oracle tokens or ONF tokens at a cheaper price, both in bonds and in treasury. So in short, you are a user, you come and buy bonds in the DAO, you start getting OHM tokens. So the money you have brought in, the USDT you have brought in, the DAI coins you have brought in, they sit in a treasury. When you stake, your money gets back in a treasury. And ladies and gentlemen, the money people put into the system via bonding goes into a big digital treasure chest. And this helps to back up the value of OHM, making it reliable. Making it reliable. And this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. So the idea behind it is that traditional currencies like the dollar, they lose value over time due to inflation. The Olympias DAO wants to create a currency that grows in value backed by real assets that are controlled by the community. And ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. This is amazing. So the Olympias DAO, the Oracle system copied the Olympias DAO, so they got a money service business license. But the project I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, started on the 15th of May 2025, close to 90 days. And I'm really privileged that I'm one of the people, ladies and gentlemen, that are almost pioneers like you and me into this amazing project. Okay, let's see what Oracle has to offer. Number one, Oracle has a ticker name of ONF. Okay, and they have been able to print 100 million tokens. And they are using the minting logics of Olympias DAO, the treasury bonds, to run their mechanism. So they are looking at a project that has been existing and trying to make this one a little bit better. Okay, so we want to look at this. So how were these tokens brought into circulation? Number one, the Genesis team. I think tomorrow, if all goes well, I'll bring you the founders that are seated on this Genesis team. They really have an amazing, amazing background, ladies and gentlemen. I have digging deep. I've done my homework very well. I'm familiar with the Genesis team as we speak right now. The institutional investors, and ladies and gentlemen, this is phenomenal. I've made decisions about my finances in the past, but I've never met an amazing project like Oracle. Okay, so the Genesis team is given 10%, and this 10%, which is 10 million tokens, are locked on their ecosystem for the next 2 years. Then the institutional investors also got 10%, and their investment is locked onto the ecosystem for the next 30 years on the blockchain. But the remaining 80% is where our business is. And today, like you're gonna see, this is amazing. So the 80% is what you will get in treasury bond meeting, in community promotions like the one we are doing, in incentives, subsidiaries, and ecological construction, like we're gonna talk about. But it is important, ladies and gentlemen, for us to find validity of this particular coin. So what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna run a practical class, ladies and gentlemen. So we are gonna just come here, and then we go to coin market cap. Coin market cap, okay? So let's see, are we dealing with a valid project? Okay, are we having something that really exists? So we are gonna get here, and this is Oracle Finance Network. Okay, this is my personal research, and so, okay, so this is the project, ladies and gentlemen, this is the project. This is the project stated at $78.69. That could not be so much. And so here, it has a trading volume of 16.77 million and a fully diluted volume of around 7 billion. The volume market cap is 1%. The total supply is 100 million. The maximum supply is 100 million. And the self-reported circulation, ladies and gentlemen, is 20.16. Okay. Okay. So now here is a smart contract. So I want to find out what is really happening onto this smart contract. So in the contract address. So I'll copy this contract address, and basically let's read a little bit about it. Oracle Finance is the next generation on-chain financial infrastructure jointly initiated by Global Alliance of Leading Foundations. It deeply integrates Oracle-born inscriptions, so human earliest symbol of trust. I like to trust human beings, but ecosystem trust with a cutting-edge blockchain technology to build open, transparent, cross-chain, interoperable Web3 financial ecosystem. So the Oracle Finance Network will promote the widespread of adoption of service as a service, creating seamless interoperability across the entire financial value. But this is so much. Let me pick what could be important to you, ladies and gentlemen. So okay, so what I'll do, I'll just get back here. What I will do, I'll just get back here. And then I use Binance Smart Chain Scanner. The Binance Smart Chain Scanner. To find out if this really exists. So once I'm here, I'll basically paste the contract address. Okay, and boom, here we come. So here I'm already into the ecosystem to find out what is happening on this thing here. So these are internal transactions that are happening on the network. And ladies and gentlemen, these are blocks that are being completed in your system, all right? Okay, okay, and you see, ladies and gentlemen, things are happening, but I'm not going to this. I'll just come here straight onto the contract. And we have the code, which is this. This is the code. So if someone is good at coding, you can be able to go through all of this, okay? All right, but that's not my focus. Let me read the contract. So on the contract here, we have different smart contracts that are seated here. We have the DAO address. We have the fee address. We have the half address. We have the maximum supply. This is very important. So we want to confirm, is it still 100 million? 100 million, which is that. Now, these are the staking contracts, smart contracts that we have built onto the network where you stake your money. So we have 1, 2, 3. So your money sits on these smart contracts here. Then we have the treasury. Okay, everything is here. The automated market maker pairs. When you say, I want to go 180 days, I want to go 90, everything is seated on this smart contract. But that's not very important. Let's first see if we are safe, okay? Now, let's first see if we are safe. So let's go to, this is the name. The name is here. ONF token. Seated on the smart contract. Let's go to the owner. The owner is here, and the owner has renounced his address. This is very important. This is very, very important because we are going to see how this is important, meaning that he cannot get back, increase the number of tokens, be able to recreate anything, ladies and gentlemen, on the network. Let's look at the pink cell. The pink cell, which is here, and the pink cell, we see these are the 20 million tokens that were locked according to what I shared with you, okay? So there is a lot here, but then I want to validify what I have got. So I will drastically get into a smart contract scanner known as Aave.ai, okay? Am I safe as I take my decisions, okay? Aave.ai is a contract validating scanner. So here we come, and while here, there is where you can search. So I'll just come in here and paste my contract address, and bingo! Now, ladies and gentlemen, you need to just understand this is DeFi, okay? I see some people are already excited, but this is DeFi. Liquidity, what happens here? This is DeFi. Okay, this token here is at $113 because this is DeFi. In DeFi, anything in prices can happen. So I'll not focus on the price, okay? In DeFi, anything on the price can happen, all right? Okay, so my focus will not be the price. My focus will be on the audit. Okay, let's tap on the audit and bingo. Here we go. Here you go. When you look here at this side on the audit, renounced slippage control cannot be modified. Renounced, unable to set a whitelist. Renounced, cannot mint, does not look like a honeypot. The contract is an open source. Anybody can find this information. The owner cannot tamper with the balance. Very important information. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, there we are safe. Let's look at what was locked. On the pink cell, 10 million, ladies and gentlemen, on the 13th of May 2025 was locked and will be unlocked again on the 14th of May 2028, which is exactly 3 years from now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, who are these? Who are these? Who are these that are holding these amounts? Number 2 is an exchange called L-Bank. L-Bank is the one that has this amount, okay? So this is where, ladies and gentlemen, when you make your profit, it means there is provision of liquidity. You'll be able to go to the exchange and be able to sell your tokens. Now, this is a smart contract. 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 This is the other exchange, Jucoin. This is the other exchange, Jucoin. You see, I was worried, but this is the treasury
Okay, this is the treasury, and this I am forgetting, but these are smart contracts that are into the ecosystem that are holding these tokens. So these smart contracts cannot be able to sell the tokens in circulation. These smart contracts are holding all these tokens, ladies and gentlemen, for our safety. And this to me stands to be an amazing project, an amazing, fantastic project. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I will now not go into this. So the exchange is listed on Ducoin and ONF, but then just a little bit, let's first get back here. Okay, so let's visit their social media platforms. Okay, so this is Oracle on their X. This is their X account, which you can check out. Okay, and these guys have not just come, ladies and gentlemen, because when you check their X account, you find that they have been present building because they joined X on the 13th of April. Sorry, on April 2013. By then, I had not even thought about joining cryptocurrency. All right, and I like this. And they are being followed by Crypto Panda and Elbank, one of the exchanges where this token was listed. And in here, I love their enterprise grade contract, and they have done several events. I just want to take you to the event that happened. I think is it in Hong Kong? Let me just dive below here. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you can also track this token onto CoinGecko. I had not noticed that. So maybe tomorrow I'll track this token for you because on the 26th of June, it was able to be onto CoinGecko. That's good news. That's good news. You know, such exchanges are not easy to trust. Ladies and gentlemen, also, ONF made waves in the Nexus 2021 Summit. And while here, Enoka, please, can you stop writing in my screen, please? Please don't. Thank you. And with ONF was listed on Ducoin and Lbank, and they've been able to introduce their Visa card. Ladies and gentlemen, this is utility, okay? This is utility, their Visa card. And this was the 23rd of June. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, and these are some of the reasons why the price keeps rising. So, a little bit, let me play this sound, guys. Okay? Hello, I'm here. Let's go. This was the event. Hello. Hey, hey. Oracle, here we come. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, Web3 technology, ladies and gentlemen. Mm, mhm. Mm. Fantastic, fantastic. I don't want to take much of my time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to take much of your time, ladies and gentlemen. But when you go to their X account, when you go here to their X account, you can be able to validify. This is very important. So the Oracle participation growth mechanism, it amplifies the profit path. All right, so let's now go back to our presentation. What's up? Is my network right? What's up? Is my network right? Mhm. So let me first stop sharing. First stop sharing. I share again and see. Okay, so let's get back. So it's listed on their exchange. You can find all this information. This we are done. The smart contract, this we are done. Okay, now let's get to business very fast. I'll run very fast because I just want to go into your ecosystem. So how
My network is this. Me. So I'll leave the PC, use the back office, okay? So once you register, Mapuli, let me change to a phone. Just a minute, guys. Okay, let me use my phone, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why my network is very bad. So now, don't worry, I'm working on everything very fast. So you can participate in market. Let us start from these two, market makers and staking. When you come here, you are bringing USDT, and listen to me very closely, to purchase ONF tokens that are seated on a smart contract at a cheaper price. You are doing the same thing here. So when we select, you'll have several packages. The price of this coin in the market is 78. So when you come here and say, I want to purchase a bond of 30 days, you are buying at a higher price because you are taking a shorter time. So you are buying it at $88. That's why the return here is negative. When you see 90, it is at 85. It is this. When you come to this 180, it is at 77, and the return is this. When you go in for 360, it's at 72, and the return is this. Now listen, remember, each ONF token is backed to 1 USDT, meaning that if you put in $100, 100 tokens are minted along the lines of your staking, because each one token into the system is equivalent to $1 to maintain its value. How many are still following? Give me a one in the chat if you are still following. Drop me a one in the chat if you are still following. Okay. Now, where is the money? Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, you pick, this is why to buy the tokens at a cheaper price. So you get a huge return. So while you're in the system, whether you go to market makers or you go to treasuries, because the treasuries are here, the treasury bonds, they are also 30 days, 90, 180, 360. So if you look at these two, people have been always asking me, why are you selecting markets? Because when I come here on treasury, the 360 here is at 75, while on the market makers, it's at 72. The return the other side is 6 plus. The return here is 7, is 4 plus. So I choose the market makers because it really has a very good price. But it's your choice. Any you choose. Any you choose. The return is between 0.2 to 1% every 12 hours. Which means at the end of the day, it can be between 0.4 to 2%. But what determines the return? Let's tap on more here. And then in the system, there is a calculator. And what affects the return, ladies and gentlemen, is the block production rate. The block production rate determines the return. So let's say you start with $200 and you get around 2.7 ONF tokens. And if the block production rate remains at 0.4, at the end of the month, your $200 has an estimated earnings of 3.4 ONF tokens, which has a value, if it still remains at the current value, of 273 USDT. But this sits on the fact. Now I'll take you to the package. But if you go for a full year, it means that you'll have 62 tokens, which is equivalent to 4,875. Let us take an example. After a full year, you take your 62 tokens that you have got as your profits. I'll just go to my normal calculator. So let's say you got 62 tokens and you had invested $200. If this coin increases in value, like we have found the other side, it's at around $113. It means that basically you'll have made $7,000. $7,000. But what if this coin goes down to $10? Still, you'll have $620. Why? Because whenever you put your USDT in the token 1-to-1, maintaining the price. So nobody loses in the long run. Back to the ecosystem. So let's go to one of my bonds just to lead by showing. So once you open up your bonds, your 360 bonds, I have really gone so bold with this project because, as I will show you later into this mathematics, this is an amazing project. That should show you for learning example. I've really gone solid about the project. This is over $9,000 and for 360 days, and the rewards are really amazing. When I first opened up my first account, I started with $200, and I was skeptical. I was worried about the project, but I found something phenomenal. Number one, it is a 300-day market bond, which means that it's 360 days. It has a reasonable balance, which are the tokens you got. It has a reasonable countdown, which is 354 days. But as this happens, every single day, you will have a claimable balance. What is claimable balance? On this capital that you invested, every after 12 hours, you get a return on that capital. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, that's why someone was asking, why is it that I staked 2.7 something, and why is it reducing? It is reducing because every day you get a claimable balance and a block production reward of ONF. But if you don't withdraw, if you don't claim this, this will never go back to this. But the system will always keep it together and give you reward in a compound formula. Let me repeat it. I bought 26 plus tokens. If I don't tap on claimable balance and block production reward and I don't take my money, I will still, the system will be compounding my profit and my capital together. But I have the right that I can claim my money anytime I want. But if I don't claim this money, it will be compounding. It will be compounding. So the money does not go back here. The money remains here, but the system recognizes it as one. Okay, I will still show you even this side here. So if I don't, but I can claim my money, withdraw it, sell my ONF token. Okay, so that is the area of bonds and markets. Still on the other side, you can stake. And on staking, it's still 0.42%. But when you go in for more days, if you go and buy the tokens from Elo Bank, bring them here, you can stake for 24 hours. After 24 hours, you take your money for 30 days. and I have also tested. I put in my $24 here, and I started staking them here, slowly growing. So you can decide to stake, you can go in for market makers, you can go in for treasury. And basically, that is to do with investment. But then, before I dig deep into investment, I found this project very enticing. Let me just get into this calculator to paint a close picture for you on how far this project can take you with you just bringing either your NF tokens or your USDT, stake your money and increase your money over time. Let's say I start with very low of 2.7, which is $200, and I stake this for a year. As more people stake more money, the block production rate will increase. I want to repeat this. As more people take more money, the block production rate will increase. Yes, at the start, it was around, I think it was around here. It was around, I think around there, something like that. But the block production rate, if it increases, and let me say it gets like to 0.5 or 1%, my brother, my sister, with only $200, and this is a compounding calculator. So the current block production rate is 0.4311. But if it increases to 1%, as more people stake, that's why people have asked me, why are you going in for big days? Because, vision is what brings clarity. I go in because as more people stake, the block production rate could rise. And once it rises, my $200 could give me an estimate of 4,072 ONF tokens. And then I will talk about supply and demand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to go crazy. If this coin doubles in its price, my brother, my sister, if it goes to, let me say $160, you are crazy, crazy, crazy rich. Crazy, crazy, without doing anything. And many people are wondering how this logic works. It is a decentralized autonomous organization. Very crazy. Very crazy. Now, I want to go to the second part, and that is when you decide to share this opportunity. If you invite me to participate in this DAO, and I start with my $200, this is not a return on investment that you're going to earn on my $200. So the Oracle system basically has two ways of network construction. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, my PC I don't know what happened to my network, because I would like to, I wanted so much really to basically show you how magnificent, it's really magnificent. When I looked at this plan, like I'm going to show you, I started getting goosebumps. I started getting goosebumps, and I want to lie to you. Let me try to see if I could get my PC on very fast in a minute. I started getting goosebumps. And if you are here and you have interest in building a community and you have goals and dreams, as you have seen, as good, beautiful. So just a minute. Okay. So let me share my screen very fast. Very fast, very fast. Okay, so these are already discussed. These I've discussed. Let me just get to these. These I've discussed. Okay, let me just show you this, guys. This is crazy. So for you to start earning on this, someone to join your community, you must have shared with them a valid address. And so for someone to be counted as your downline, they must have staked $100. But when you stake $100, you don't benefit from anyone who stakes in your team. You must be able to stake a minimum of $200 and also recommend one person. Then you will get 20% on their reward. On their reward. I've done in mathematics, and I want you to pay close attention to this because it is crazy. I'm going to use my phone and my PC at the same time. Look here, guys. Look here. This is crazy. When you put in $200, everybody who joins on your first generation, you earn 20%. If your first generation, whether one person or 10 or 20, stake only $10,000, stake something worth $10,000, just $10,000 on your first generation, nothing more. They only stake $10,000, only $10,000 on the first generation. So so I'll stop sharing here. Let me go to the calculator and share something phenomenal. Someone was asking, Julius, you are going to make us mad. Look here. This is unbelievable. Why is my screen not moving? Why is my screen not moving? Okay. Look here, guys. I'll just pick my calculator. This is crazy. So let's take $10,000. They stake $10,000, whether they are 10 or 20. Someone saying my network. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? My network today is crazy. I don't understand what is the problem with Starlink. Okay, let's go. So they stake only $10,000. They are making their money. They are happy. They're excited. Like I'll show you, I'm happy and excited with my staking. I'm happy and excited with my staking. So they stake $10,000. By market price, let's say this token is at $80. $80, meaning that these guys will stake 125 tokens. Okay. So now let's go back to the ecosystem. This is the ecosystem. So once they stake 125 tokens for a full year, the total staked amount, ladies and gentlemen, will be 2,304 tokens. So let's now go. So that's what they will get. 2,304. That's what they will get. Let's remove off 125. Since they are first generation, you are entitled to 20% of that. You are entitled to 20% of that. Let me repeat. Your first generation, ladies and gentlemen, oh, the block production rate. I was wondering, okay, now to get it right, I just need to go back, then come back to the calculator. Okay, so 1 to 5. But if the block production rate, it will increase, okay? So it means that for a full year, these guys will have got, all of them in total, 2,888 tokens. We remove off the tokens they staked, which was 125. The balance is 2,763. On this, you are entitled 20%, which makes it, your share is 552 tokens. Let's say it maintains the value, of $80. It means in a full year, for your first generation, you'll make $44,208. Let's divide this by the 360 days. Every day on your first generation, if they stake $10,000, that's what you earn. Imagine, what if they stake $30,000? That is times 3. Every day on average, what if they stake $50,000? That is times 4. Every day on average, what if they stake $100,000? That is times 10. Every single day on average for 360 days.
That's your first generation. You are entitled to 20%. Yes, gentlemen, let's get back. Let me share my other screen again. What if has nothing, you don't have ranks, but you are just having someone staking and making profit? What if now you increase your stake from 200 to 400 and you recommend 2 people so that you start earning on your second level? And here, let them just take coins worth $30,000, just $30,000, and you're entitled to 15%. I'll only do 3 levels and I will be done. I'll only do 3 levels and I will be done. Increase your stake to $400 and let's see. So let's go to the mathematics of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. Okay. So your second level, your second generation decides to stake, so $30,000 divided by the price, $80. It means they will stake 375 tokens. Let's take it for a full year. They do their 360 days, 375, okay? So when they do this, at the end of the full year, they will have earned 8,666 tokens, okay? So let's say 8,666 tokens. Is that right? Just to confirm my mathematics, good, okay. So let's remove their capital because they'll take their capital of 375. You remain with 8,291 coins. Let's take off 15% because you're entitled to 15%. You will have 1,243 tokens. Let's multiply this. Maybe the current price remains at 80. That is zero, man. That will be 99,000. So on your first generation, you earn 44,000. On the second generation, what if this token gets to double its price? 160. Let it not double, let's remain that. At least every single day. Every single day. Look at this. Crazy. Then just divide this by 360. On average, you were earning 100, so let's add 122. It means every day we are earning 398, just on 2 generations. What about if we just add 1 more generation? Just 1 more. No rank, just having people stake their money. They're making their profit. They're happy. They're excited. All right? So 4th gen, you just stop here. I'm going to stop here. Just here. You increase your stake to 600. You at least recommend a minimum of 3 people, and you're entitled to 15%. And I say here they stake only 10,000. Here they stake only 30,000. Here, let me go with $50,000. Okay, let's see what is the potential. What is the potential? So let me share with my my phone here. I take you through the mathematics so that you could see if this is something you could put in your effort too. Okay, so they stake around $50,000. They stake around $50,000. And let's just divide this. Let's just divide this by the price that is 80. There will be 625 tokens by total. Let's get into the ecosystem. Okay, 625. The block production rate remains normal. The full year, ladies and gentlemen, it will be 14,443 ONF tokens. Okay, that's what they will earn, 14,400 and what? I'm even stopped to understand. This is what they will stake. Let us remove off their capital, which was 625. Remain with this. You're entitled to 15% of this, which is 2,072. Let us say the coin remains at its price. That's what you make. That's what you make. Plus the 99,000. Plus the 44,000. Meaning on average, when you start,
with an average of $600 and build a community that could stake on their first level $10,000, on their second level $30,000, on their third level $300,000. Now someone's saying that is crazy. I'm only 5 days in this opportunity. And let me just show you what's happening in the community. It's running in amazing way, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just go to the DAO here. I'm already an M1, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And I'm just waiting to claim my because I've just become, look here. This community, in just a few days, this line only has taken 35,000. Just 5 days. Here 16,000, 28,000, 26. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. It is doable. You just need to decide. And am I earning from my invitations? Let me check my reward. They've been very small because basically I've just started, but every day I receive my ONF tokens. My ONF tokens, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. And it's sitting on the blockchain. But look here, guys. I like this ecosystem because of this. Let me just go to my rewards again. Even if you build a very big team, they have been able to build up what they call contribution points. And what are contribution points? This is the maximum number you have earned your money. It is seated in the ecosystem, but the maximum number of tokens you can take out of the system are your contribution points. If you go and check your system, they are your contribution points. And these contribution points, once they get to zero, it's the cap limit you can take off at once. What are they fighting? Not you making the points, not you making the tokens go and up on the market and the coin goes down. There is maintenance. Apart from that, if you don't recommend 15 people on every withdrawal you make, not your capital, but on your profits, you are charged from 0 to 15%. And once this 15%, less gentlemen, is charged, 30% is put on every Monday. There is something they call, let me get to the DAO here. There is something they call a dividend. There's something they call a dividend pool here. And this is shared every Monday. For people, if you have 21 directs, you have 1 share. Okay, if you make another 21 directs, you have 2 shares. But you still have contribution points. I'll not go into the ranks. Today I've shown you enough money. Tomorrow I'll talk about the benefits of being an M1, an M2, an M3, an M4, an M5, up to M9 that can pay up to over $250,000 on a daily basis. I have done projects online, but this project is more than enough project. It's more than enough project. Why? The smart contracts are crystal clear on an open source. I have already answered in my presentation, unless your question is specific. Okay? I've already answered in my presentation. Crazy. So let me see if you have questions. Okay, someone says, what if the price goes down? Okay, let me take a sample space. Let me take the worst case scenario, okay? The worst case scenario. Pick my calculator here, color. And let me say you start with 2.7, you stake for 360 days, which is 1 year, you get 62 tokens, okay? Remember you invested $200. So let's say 62, what if this token, by the end of the year, gets to $40? You are still in business. Let me take the example you said, what if it gets to $4? You still don't demand anybody. You said, what if it goes to $4? You don't demand anybody, my brother. Yeah, you don't demand anybody. Don't demand anybody. Let me drink for buying my neighbors. Let me take a sip, because what's going to happen here? They will not even bar a cat before I appear. Clan meetings must sit before, they can't sit when I've not arrived in the near future. So I'm drinking for that. Let me drink for my children. They will never look for money. Questions, please. I'm drinking the future. I am imagining I can take this drink. I'll take tea in Nairobi, then take a flight to Uganda to do a short call. Yeah. Now my dream wedding is looking more realistic, where I will get 200 people, pay for them all expenses to Maldives to attend my wedding. See anybody putting up their hand? I don't see. I don't see. Oh, my phone's on. Anybody raise up their hand? If you have a question. Yes, John.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Leaders, I
Yes,
was thinking that when I was told that all I needed was just 5 members to able to be ranked up, or is more than that, sir?
To rank up, it's not members. You must have a line that has $30,000, and the others should have a total of $20,000 in total.
So having 5 people, sir, what does that mean? What does that mean, sir? 5 legs? Don't know.
I've not finished the conversation plan.
Okay.
I've not finished everything that I was supposed to share. Yes, I didn't want to go deep, but when you go here, they're trying to just show you just the strategy that if you introduce 5 people and they stake $200, you earn 1% times 20%, you earn $2 a day. If you teach these 5, each one to do the same, 25 of them, 200, you earn 1%, times the 15%, you earn $7. Like that up to the 5th level. Like that up to the 5th level. Okay, but this is very small money. Eh? They are staking, but with very small money. Me have given you a sample what will happen in a full year. So this is what this guy looked at. He looked at you doing 5-5, teaching them to do 5-5, and each of them is just taking $200. When it reaches the 5th level, you are making over 625. This has nothing to do with ranking up. It's just you trying to build a strategy or a structure. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody have a question? Is it clear now? Good. Anybody else with a question? All right, guys. But thank you so much for today, for coming in. I'd like to wish you a nice day. Yes, Frank.
Thank you for the training. My question is, what happens if the releasable balance runs to 0 or a NF before the 360 days are over?
Only 5 days in the system. I can never worry about the future.
Okay.
I'm a risk taker. I can never worry about the future that I've not seen. I can only worry about the present. That's what I would say. I can only worry about the present. But okay, just maybe I take some logic to think about it. What if there is releasable balance? Now, it is important to know that what does the staking do? Because the staking helps. Now, you need to understand that the smart contract has a maximum supply of the tokens. And automatically, I believe I need to just dig deep into all those smart contracts and maybe find one that looks at the idea of what if the tokens get over in circulation. I basically also think that some programs like bonds in a few months will be removed. Okay, as more people stake, maybe they'll remove some programs after some time because I believe each smart contract has a limit. Okay, it has a limit that this number of stakes, if they reach here, we remove off this. So I believe people who overdelay, they may find that service over, and then it requires them only to stake, to go and buy the tokens from the market and bring them into the ecosystem. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Remember, guys, I'm not the CEO of the company. I'm just the user of the project. And I'm just 4 days in the system. So I'm not here to represent the company, guys. Give me a one if that is clear. I'm not a
It's
representative of Oracle. So as you raise up your hand, you need to go to their you need to go to their what? To their ecosystem and ask them. Okay, so you should not be like, you should answer my question in a specific way. If you are not answering my question, man, I see, because I see some people very tough in the chat. If you don't answer, I will not start. I'm staking my money and I'm earning my rewards. Whether you start or not, my stakes will continue. Is my point clear, guys? I don't discuss royal queue. I don't know what it means. And I don't know how it works. Okay. I have just seen it here in the chat. I don't understand that thing. Okay. I am only in crypto staking. I don't know that thing. Okay. I know Binance. I know Binance because Binance is an exchange. But that thing you are talking about in the chat, royal queue, I have never heard about it. I even don't know how it works. Oh, it is an AI. Yeah, you just need to ask someone who told you about it. I don't know whether it works or it doesn't work, whether it exists. I don't know about it. I don't know, but I would advise you to stake, because those things of AI trading, markets are funny. Markets are funny. I don't really understand that thing that you have written, even if it is I don't know if it is there, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. I even don't understand it. If you can ask someone who invited you if they know about it, but me personally, I have never heard about that thing. I'm only here for Oracle. I know Oracle only. I don't understand that thing you have typed. So you ask the person who invited you, my brother. But that one, yeah, I've never even heard about it. Yes, Godfrey. Yes, Godfrey. Yes, Godfrey. Uh, Godfrey, can you please?
Thank you, Leader Julio, for the presentation. It was very nice.
No,
So
thank you.
my question is,
Mm.
if LOL bank is not available in my region, which other options can I use in case I want to withdraw?
I think you can use the website. If you cannot access the application, you can use the website. The website can give you access to the exchange. I am not familiar, but I can check out. I have one friend of mine in UK where she was not able to
Yes.
access the app, but she used the website and she was successful to access the exchange.
So maybe for the broader learning or knowledge, I guess, or because I guess everyone is experiencing the same problem as I am. So I would request maybe you prepare or make a short video giving us those options so that we can go via that channel as well. It will be very helpful. It's just a request, kind
Okay, sir.
request.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, my leader. Thank you for the training, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you too. I will try. I will try.
Welcome.
But you are in Uganda. You are
Not
in
really.
Uganda. It seems you are not in Uganda.
I'm not in Uganda. I'm in Rwanda.
You are in Rwanda. That country is not a joking subject. There's a lot of
But
restrictions.
still, business is business. Yeah, a lot of restrictions, but still, if you are business minded, you can
You
surpass
still
the
survive.
restrictions.
So you are one of the
Yeah.
people snatching things not needed in Rwanda. Okay. No problem, sir. Okay,
Thank
we
you,
shall
sir.
see what we can do, I think. Let me just write it down here and
Yeah, I'll be
squad.
grateful to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Cannot access Aerobank. Have you tried the Ucoin?
Have I tried?
Ucoin. Try both
Jucoin, yeah,
exchanges.
I tried to download it, but still it is the same issue because still I will need some education. I've just joined this market. I am not that well versed, so I need guidance all the way.
But when you tried to download, what happened?
Yeah, no, I got it, and they told me to. Yeah, they asked me to sign up.
Sign
That's all.
up.
That's where
Please
I
sign
am.
up, my brother. Sign up. Why you want it? Why do you think there is a special way of signing up that I have? Just sign up with your details. There's nothing special that I have. Just sign up.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so
Just sign
much.
up and continue with your details.
Thank you so much.
All right. I don't know why, but usually when people have questions at the same time, they usually have answers. That's why I take time so that the person finds the answer. Yes, Coach Dixon.
Yes, thank you very much, Leader Julius, for the presentation.
Okay, sir.
My question is about the contribution points. Because when I tried to check, I found that my contribution points is 29. So, like, the question is, how long is it applicable? Like, if it is the maximum you can take out, is it forever or it's for a certain period of time?
It keeps changing. When you withdraw that, what keeps changing is, so mine was around 476. I even don't have those coins in my account.
Yeah.
You
But
just,
like, let's take
you
an
are,
example.
you are just worried of the future, my brother. I've told you the points
Okay.
keep increasing. You think
Okay.
27 points is a joke?
It's not a joke, of course. I understand that.
It's good money, but the points keep on increasing depending on your rank, the amount of money you
Okay.
have staked.
Okay.
Those all help to increase your points that you can withdraw. But when you withdraw them, they get back to zero and they accumulate over again.
Okay.
Just to limit how much you can move out of the ecosystem as you build your team.
Okay. That was it. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, leader sender.
Good evening, my leader. Thank you
Good
very much
evening.
for the wonderful presentation and congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you so much.
We're trailing behind you, certainly.
Sure.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get an understanding on the rewards for the team, yeah. So you join with your $200 as a networker,
Yes.
but the people that join under you, for you to be able to earn, I think you mentioned that they should join with $100, or can you earn if they joined with anything less than that?
They are not counted as your downline. They are counted as people who get into the ecosystem to stake. Let me just get here very fast. So where is that? Okay, I think it's here. So the valid address user must maintain a stake coin amount greater than 100. So if they come in with anything less, they're not counted as your downline. For example, I don't know if that still appears in my account. There is my friend from Ghana, registered yesterday. And when I came here on my invitation, I was able to see him appearing here. I would see the number, but when I get here, I don't find him being counted. Was it here? No. Is that? Where is that? When I come here on my rewards, I think, is it my rewards? I was not able to recognize him appearing into the ecosystem, meaning that because he had put in $10. Okay. So you see, the other side, I have 16 people, but here I have 15. Able to see that? Valuable address count, those that are counted. I have 16 people that have activated. One has $10, but they're only seeing 15 in the system. So when someone puts in less, they're not counted as your downline. So there's someone staking in the system.
Even though they used your link.
Yeah. Until they top up, they remain counted that they are your invitations. Like you see, he's my invitation. So he moves from 10. If he adds more 15, when he hits 100, then it's my downline. But he's my invite.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope people need to understand that.
Yeah, very important. That's why me, I don't want anyone with less than $100. I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
Someone cannot have that money. Please take time, collect the $100, because you being in the system, when for you are taking the tokens and me, I'm not earning anything, is unfair business. Yeah, but still people can still stake with as low as $15, 10. Minimum, I think, is $10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. I just wanted to be clear because again, if people come in, you can't deny them to come into the business.
Yeah, sure.
Even though
I
you're
see
not
when
gonna
one
earn
is
from
happy.
them, but just to educate them so that they're aware that, because even for them to earn, it's the same thing.
Sure. I see you have saved someone in the chat. so that he can start with his little money. The people love testing the system. Will it work? Won't my money go? Let me put in some $10.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you still be able to earn some money. I think with your $10, because it's a minimum of 0.1. Let me put for you in a calculator here, my brother. $10 because it's the minimum, it's around 0.1 ONF tokens. For a full year, your $10 can give you $180, which is a very good move. In 1 month, your $10 can give you back your $10. So you can start. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you to my leader. Okay, Isaiah Ashraf is happy. For what now? Because of $10. Yes, Joseph, please, could you ask your question?
Thank you, Leader Julius.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask something. If I have 2,000 USDT and I want to stake it, but I am not a team builder, how much can I get in 360 days?
Yes, so
Please
I'll just take my live example. Just go to my account and I'll pick one of the packages I bought. Okay, so I have this package of 1,949. I think it's close to the money you want to invest, right?
Yeah.
So it is number 2 here. So let's say I got 226 tokens. So let's go to the calculator. So I got 26 tokens for a full year. You get 46,952. If the token remains at $80, if it doubles price, then it will be double your money. It's close to $100,000 without you doing anything.
That's
If the
what I
coin
wanted.
doubles, it's close to $100,000 if it doubles. But if it remains as it is on a monthly basis, you could see your profit. You'll make $629 every month. And you see your profit remains here, it does not go back to the system. So every month you can be able to pick it up. Let's just take an example. I have withdrawn once. Let's add this together, just the profit, and we see how much so far. Just the profit. So 0.7731, 0.7731 plus 0.5764, 0.5764 plus 0.0595, 0.055, which is 1.4. That may be 78. So I have a profit of $100 and I'm 4 days in the business. Okay.
With 2,000 USDT.
No. I did this yesterday. I did this like 5 days because of time difference. This reads like 6 days. I've withdrawn once.
I understand.
So it is profitable.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
And that requires me to do nothing. I've not talked about team. I've just talked about profit.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, you see, this might be small, but it's better than sitting on a banana leaf while the coin is going down. In the other business, I don't remember that my friend did when he told me about it. I don't want to talk about it, but there is a friend of mine who told me that they are suffering.
Let them suffer.
You have told them to suffer. Just like that.
Let's concentrate here.
Hey, okay.
Mm.
Okay, the sender says show us how to withdraw. Okay. So I think I need to put up some BNB here. Let me just run a withdraw. Okay, so let me deposit some BNB to act as gas fees very fast. So let me just go to my exchange and bring some BNB here so that I withdraw. Okay. Let me bring up some BNB, guys. Here, I think I have some USDT. Let me get some USDT here. Bring some. Just a minute, guys. If I could get some USDT. Please, how do I claim my rewards? I hope you guys, you're just moving in the same corner. Let's see if I get some USDT. This will take a few minutes. Just trying to get some. Is this not working out? How do I claim my rewards? I think I've done a video about that. Network. My network. Let me leave with this phone and I come back. For sure, my network is very bad. Okay. Let me bring some BNB. Just my network is very low. But when you tap on claim, because I see it's overloading here. I want to transact, but I see low network in my exchange. Things are taking time, loading. What happens is that when you claim, the tokens will sit in here. And so you need to withdraw the tokens from here, then take them to your LBA by just tapping on claim. Mine will not work out because there's no gas fees. So you need some gas fees. But I would like to do it. So when I tap on claim, it will ask for gas fees. Need some gas fees. The transactions I failed because of gas fees. So there's need some gas fees. How long you have to wait for the claimer balance to appear? Every after 12 hours, it appears. So you just need to tap claim. As long as you have gas fees, it gets there and you're good to go. Someone says, I want to stake 500 tomorrow. The person invited you is the right person. It's John. I think tomorrow I will withdraw with you guys. I'll make a withdraw with you. I see my exchange is just rolling, taking a lot of time. Tomorrow I'll run a withdraw here live. Yes, John, please.
All right, thank you. Leader. I want to quickly ask one question. If I stake for 1 month, is it possible to terminate the staking?
If you stake for 1 month,
Yes,
by taking your capital.
Oh, I cannot claim until the 1 month is complete.
It's a contract. It's a smart contract. You put in the money. It's not run by anybody. You are getting into a contract. It's a smart contract. It's automatic. It's saying 30 days. If you want to stop it, then go for 24-hour priority. But once you go 30 days, it's 30 days.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Someone is saying, Elder Julius, I will entreat you to put your past behind and fully concentrate on your new project without mentioning names. I think I've not mentioned any name here. Someone asked a question. I think that was right. Someone typed the question in the chat. Please don't get emotional. I think that's right. Someone typed a question in the chat asking me. That's where I read the question and I talked about it, okay? So don't get emotional, guys. Don't get emotional. Maybe I just joked about it and you felt pain. I'm sorry, but we move. I staked 2.7 yesterday, but the claimable balance I have is 0. Okay, maybe 12 hours haven't passed since you did it. Your claimable balance will appear. I don't think it could be a hard thing. Claimable balance is your capital. Maybe the reward. Maybe you may even not be able to check it well. Could you share a screen if you feel like it is getting so personal? Edward, are you okay to share a screen if you feel like it is getting so personal? Because the time is there on your chart. Edward, do you think you need to share a screen? Are you okay with that? Just to help you out. It looks so personal to you. If it is, then please. You have the co-host now. The decision is in your hands to seek help. I'll take out for 2 years only the contract. The contracts are there, heading 360. Yes, Edward?
I should go here on screen.
Yes, tap on screen and share. Let's see what's happening.
You see my screen? Hello? You see my screen?
You're not sharing. You're not sharing your screen. Please, can one withdraw from the blog production ones on a daily basis? Please, you can. Go to the YouTube channel, Crypto Ambassadors. There is a video posted on how you can withdraw and still sell. So go through the YouTube channel
You
and
can
then
see
you'll be
it
good
now.
to go. Okay? You can see your screen, just go to your account.
Yeah. You see? I take 2.7. Now came back, I have 0.
You didn't claim it.
No, not yet.
Mhm.
I started yesterday around 12 o'clock UAE time.
Let's check it out tomorrow. Tap on home, let me see. Tap on,
Yeah.
go back to your account, tap on X. Tap on assets. Yeah, sure. I don't see any tokens connected in here. Okay, let's check out tomorrow in the morning and see. I believe it will appear.
Okay, thank you, leader.
Then there, if it fails, then we shall go to their support system, okay? And see where could the problem be. Thank you for sharing. Very important concern. Someone says, please just go to the YouTube channel, watch that video on how you can withdraw your money. There's a video on how you can withdraw and still be able to sell your tokens. Right, guys, have a good day. It was nice having you here. Love you all, and good night. Yes, you can.